Good morning. Guess what day it is? It's November 14th, 2024. Quality Day, but it's also National Family PJ Day. And one that I want to talk about, National Pickle Day. Pickling has been around for a long time, actually for thousands of years. Did you know there are at least 15 types of pickles? There's dill, kosher, bread and butter, gherkins, cornichons, full sour, half sour, German, Hungarian, hot, lime, Kool-Aid, cinnamon, candied and refrigerator. Whew, I didn't know there were so many kinds of pickles. Pickling is a process of preserving or extending the shelf life of food by either a fermentation process in brine or immersion in vinegar. Now, vinegar is something I want to talk about in the process. Vinegar is not considered an alcoholic product because it doesn't contain enough alcohol to intoxicate, but did you know that vinegar is made from an alcoholic source? So it does contain a trace amount of alcohol. Vinegar is made through a two-stage fermentation process. Alcoholic fermentation, which the yeast converts sugar to alcohol, and acidification. Acetic acid bacteria convert the alcohol into acetic acid. So when the vinegar is done, it could contain 0.5 to 2% trace alcohol. So if you get your bottle of vinegar and you're looking for the alcohol in it, it's not going to show. They're not required to record that low of an amount of trace alcohol. Vinegar is as old as civilization itself, it seems. Its traces of it have been found, get this, in Egyptian urns from around 3000 BC. And Babylonian scrolls record the use of vinegar that date even earlier, to around 5000 BC. It used to be known as the poor man's wine. Vinegar is made from a variety of liquids, including malted barley, rice, and cider. However, as its name suggests, it was probably first made from wine. Used to, it took a long time to make vinegar, but modern day processes have sped it up so they can make vinegar within 2 or 3 days. The Bible doesn't really mention pickles. The Bible does say something about cucumbers, but the Bible speaks about vinegar. And there's an interesting passage in Numbers chapter 6, verses 1 through 4, and I want to share that with you. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, When either a man or a woman consecrates an offering to take the vow of a Nazirite, to separate himself to the Lord, he shall separate himself from wine and similar drink. He shall drink neither vinegar made from wine, nor vinegar made from similar drink. Neither shall he drink any grape juice, nor eat fresh grapes or raisins. All the days of his separation he shall eat nothing that is produced by the grapevine from seed to skin. Now isn't that interesting? In the Bible, sometimes people would take a vow and they would separate themselves from others to seek God and to become closer to God. They were called Nazirites. So this passage was telling them during that time not to drink vinegar. Now, when I get vinegar, I don't think anything about it being alcoholic. But God knew even that trace amount, He wanted them to be pure in their dedication to Him. So today, when we dedicate ourselves to God, He still expects us to put away things that may be seen as unholy or distracting. Vinegar only has a trace amount, but God still knew that it was there. So sometimes, when you decide you want to draw near to God, you may need to look at your life and see not whether you're eating a pickle or drinking vinegar, but are there little things in your life that you need to put aside? Little things, just trace things, an amount of sin or discontent or unbelief or whatever you need to put aside so that you can draw close to God. So today, eat a pickle, and while you do, think about the things in your life that you may need to set aside as you draw closer to God.